Happy Vlogmas Day 1, everybody. I'm so happy that I'm doing this year. It's definitely going to be interesting, as you can already tell by the title, which is something I promise I'll get into in just a little bit. But I wanted to welcome you guys to Vlogmas 2020. I was reflecting the other day and I realized that I have been attempting Vlogmas since I think 2014. I've never done it in full, and to be honest with you, I don't even know if this is gonna be the first year that I do it in full, considering all the craziness that's gonna go down, but I definitely wanted to try. I just think it's gonna be so much fun, and with the year that we've had, I think it would be nice to bring a little bit of joy to your life every single day, if that's something that my videos bring you, whether it be happiness, entertainment, comfort. I don't know what my videos bring you, but I hope it's something positive. So here is to potentially 25 days of Danny. If not, let's try and aim for like 15. That might be nice. But regardless, I'm going to be posting a lot this month, so make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss out on all of the fun. In order to celebrate the first day of Vlogmas, I decided to order myself a coffee. I make my own coffee pretty much every single morning and I love it, but today it just felt right to celebrate. So I ordered from Dunkin'. This is my classic order. It's just a iced caramel latte, medium with extra ice, and it's really good. It gives me an extra level of caffeine that I don't really find with any other coffee, and today I think that's exactly what I need. Today is the perfect day for Vlogmas to be starting on, because yesterday was such a disgusting day. From the second I woke up to the second I went to sleep, it was pouring down rain, like sheets and sheets of rain. It was kind of ridiculous. And today's just a beautiful day. I'm feeling so much more productive today than I was yesterday. But honestly, yesterday acted as a really nice excuse for me to just hang out in bed and watch some TV and just relax before all of the craziness that's gonna come this month. And I'm wearing my red leggings to celebrate. This is great. I feel very festive. Okay, so today we have a lot of stuff to get done. I always make a to-do list in my Doing Well daily journal, and it feels like this to-do list is growing by the second. I haven't even started my job, which I'll talk to you guys about yet, and I have like 10 emails in my inbox right now, all of forms that I need to fill out and documentation that I need to verify. So I figure I should probably do that now before I fall behind, before I've even started. That would not be good. And this honestly shouldn't take me that long, but it's just not something I want to procrastinate, because obviously it's important. Just so you can get a sense for what goes on in my head and how I compartmentalize all of the things that I need to do, I have two separate emails. One of which I use for applying to jobs and all of that stuff, where I get more official and maybe urgent emails in regards to anything other than YouTube. And then I have a YouTube email, which is where I communicate with my manager. So in order to get everything done, I need to be balancing both of those emails and make sure everything's responded back to. So on top of everything I have to do for work right now, crazy, okay, anyway. Sorry. On top of everything I need to do for work right now, I also have to respond back to a few emails about brand deals. So let's do that now. You guys do this too, but when I find a show that I really like, I watch the entire thing super fast, but the second I get to the last season, I just stop watching it because I don't want it to end. It took me like 2 months to finish the final season of Friends the first time that I watched it, because I was just in denial that I wasn't gonna be able to watch it for the first time again, if that makes any sense. So that's how I'm currently feeling with Gilmore Girls, which is why it's taken me so long, but now I'm finally back on it, and we have 4 episodes left, and then I'm done. And then I can watch I don't even know what it's called. It's like years later, and they like do a recap of their lives. Seems super cool, so we'll get to that next. You know, it's the simple things I'm gonna miss when I start my job, one of which is spending a half hour of my time making TikToks, because that's not something I'm gonna have time to do. But if you guys don't already follow me on TikTok, I guess you can if you want. I'm not gonna force you. I just posted 2 from today in this outfit, so if you want, go over there and comment that Vlogmas Day 1 sent you. That would be kind of fun. But I guess now that I keep on mentioning my job, I should probably talk to you about it, huh? All right, the time has come. Let's just rip off the band-aid. You saw the title, you know the deal. I am officially employed. This is amazing. I've been waiting a long time to say that, and you guys have been along on the journey with me pretty much ever since the beginning. I posted my first job search video back in February, I believe, because I was still at school pre-coronavirus. So that's kind of just where this entire thing started, and you guys have been asking me a bunch of questions, and I feel very lucky that you are so fully invested invested in my job search journey, so the least I can do is give you all of the final updates for now. So in an attempt to create a cohesive storyline, I'm gonna take you guys through the entire process. And the entire process of getting this job began on October 14th. That is when I received the official email that the company that I'm going to be working at wanted to schedule a phone interview with me. Now, this phone interview was 15 minutes, no more. Actually, it might have been less than 15 minutes if we're being honest. And it's literally just called an informational call, where I get to jump on the phone with someone from HR and they ask me a little bit about myself and I get to ask questions about the company. It's super brief, and from there, they try and decide whether or not they want to move on to another round of interviews. Honestly, I didn't even really look at that first call as an interview per se. It was more so just picking the brain of an HR representative of this company and allowing them to do the same for me. But of course, it is still really important to make a good first impression, and apparently I did. So that call took place on October 19th, and then later on that exact same day, still on October 19th, I received an email saying that I was moving forward in the interview process, which was obviously super exciting, and this is when the true first impressions needed to come out. I would be talking to someone directly on the team that I would be working with, and on this call I had to speak about my past experience, why I was interested at working at this company in the first place, and kind of just what gives me the right, why am I eligible for this position. So that call took place on October 21st, and it went really, really well. I remember I walked out of that phone call feeling on top of the world. I just felt really, really confident with how I performed, and also how my conversation went with the woman that I was speaking with. She was super sweet, much like everybody else that I've spoken to at this company, so it just left me feeling really assured. After that call, I didn't hear back from anybody at the company for a little over a week, so I was definitely feeling a little on edge, I guess you could say, because I thought I performed well and I wasn't sure what the feedback was. But lo and behold, on October 27th, I received an email saying that I was moving forward to the final round of interviews. This is something that I've spoken about in a video in the past, and I'll have all these videos that I'm referencing down below. But that was really, really exciting, but definitely nerve-wracking, because this final round of interviews was a mock client call, which just takes everything to the next level, because it is essentially role play, where I needed to analyze an entire presentation and write my own notes and really just sound like I know what I'm talking about and do a lot of research. So it took a lot out of me. And then after that final round is when the true waiting game started, because I didn't hear anything back until November 23rd. And on November 23rd, I received an email that essentially said, let's find it. Hi Danielle, can we hop on the phone today for like 5 minutes? I have great news. And the second I saw that, honestly, I was really, really nervous. I read that email and I was like, oh my God. And I ran downstairs and I told my mom and I told my dad, and I just continued to process my emotions for a little bit. And then about an hour after receiving that email, I jumped on the phone and heard the news that I received the job offer. So all of that brings me to where I am right now. It is November 30th at 2 p.m. and I start exactly a week from today. My start date for this job is December 7th, and to say that I'm anxious about it and nervous but also excited is an understatement. I don't really know how to properly articulate how I'm feeling, but I am really looking forward to it. I just think it's gonna be a really pivotal time in my life, and I am even more excited to be able to take you guys along the entire journey, obviously with very little details, because you obviously have to understand privacy. So I won't be telling you guys exactly where I'm working, but what I can tell you is my position. I'm going to be working as a digital marketing strategist in e-commerce. It's crazy that I have a title now beyond strategy intern. That is more than I've had ever in my life, so I feel very, very accomplished. And I think the number one thing that I've learned throughout this entire process is to not fight what falls in your lap. I can honestly say that there's been multiple examples of this in my life, one of which was where I went to college, second of which was going abroad, and third of which is this job. There are certain things that I try and push away like crazy, and they just keep on coming back. And now I'm at the point where I have to learn, and I have learned, to stop pushing those things away, because they're probably what's best for me. So that's that. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer as much as I can. Of course, you just have to understand privacy and realize that there's gonna be certain things that I can't share, but I am really excited to be able to document my first month of working a new job. That's crazy. I know, isn't that exciting? My mom's here now, but it's gonna be a crazy time, and I feel like December was the perfect time for it to happen because I have all of my main milestones in my life documented, so it only feels right for this to be a part of them. And now that that's out of the way, I am going to make some lunch because I'm starving. Okay, before I address what is now probably the third outfit change of the day, I have two very important things to note. First of all, if you guys haven't tried that stuffed gnocchi that I just had for lunch, you absolutely need to. It is now in my top tier of all Trader Joe's products ever. I'm obsessed with it, and I made it a little differently today with butter in the pan and then a lot of garlic salt. And then once it's like a little crispy, you take it off the pan, and it's so good. I'm not a chef, but it makes me feel like a chef. And second of all, the TikTok that I just posted is like kind of popping off just a little bit. So if this is what fame feels like, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm totally kidding. Anyway, I'm going to be leaving the house in a little bit to go to Home Goods. As random as that sounds, my brother is doing a job interview and I decided to go with him. So obviously I take advantage of any excursion to actually leave my house, considering I never ever do that. And I decided to put on an actual outfit. So I'm wearing my leather jacket from Misguided, my sweater, which is from Zara, and then my plain black jeans from Topshop, and my down boots. That's it.